Welcome back, firsties. We are going to start our color math paper. Let's read what it says. Compare weight. Did you have fun playing human scale again? Human, scale, 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 scale. That's a pretty fun game. Maybe you want to play it again today. That's totally fine. Maybe you could play with a big brother or little sister. You can pretend you're the human scale. All right, let's read these directions together. Draw the sets of oranges on the correct sides of the scale. Complete the sentence. Now you read it with me. Draw the sets of oranges on the correct sides of the scale. Complete the sentence. All right, let's look in this first group. There are 3 oranges up here, and then there are 5 oranges down here. So we've got 3 up here and 5 down here. Now I have to decide where I think the heavier group goes. Now you know when you sit on a seesaw, anything heavy sinks to the ground, doesn't it? So what would be heavier, 3 or 5? Yes, for sure, 5 is heavier. So let's draw 5 oranges on the heavy side that's down to the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm using my orange crayon. You could just draw these with a pencil if you want. So 5 oranges are going to go on this side of the scale. Which is the light group? Yeah, the 3 oranges. They're way lighter, so they're up in the air. Heavy things go down low. Light things go up in the air. So we've got 3 oranges up in the air, 5 below. Now let's read our sentence. Blank oranges weigh less than blank oranges. So which ones weigh less? 3 oranges or 5 oranges? Yes, definitely 3 oranges weigh less than 5 oranges. Cool, all right. Let's slide down and read these directions. Read the scale. Mark the answer. Okay, back there, kids that are my kid that's working, be very quiet. Let's see what we've got here. We've got a strawberry and we've got an apple. Let's read the sentences together. The strawberry is blank the apple. The strawberry is heavier than the apple. The strawberry is as heavy as the apple. Or the strawberry is lighter than the apple. What do you think it is? I think the strawberry is lighter than the apple. Did you think so too? Because remember, light things go up in the air. Heavy things go down to the ground. So we know that light things go up, heavy things go down. Oh my, look at number 3. McKinley works so quietly back there. Now let's check out the scale. We've got a watermelon at the bottom of one side, oh my word. And we've got an apple up in the air. Now let's read our sentence. The watermelon is blank the apple. Now you read it to me. The watermelon is heavier than the apple. The watermelon is as heavy as the apple. Or the watermelon is lighter than the apple. I'd say the watermelon is heavier than the apple, wouldn't you? Yeah, he's down on the ground. He's definitely heavier. Plus, if you've ever picked up a watermelon, you know it's heavier. Let's go down to number 4. Let's read these new directions together, and here we go. Circle the correct scale. Mark the answer. Now you read it to me. Okay, let's read this one. The strawberry is blank the watermelon. Now you read it to me. Let's read the choices. The strawberry is heavier than the watermelon, or the strawberry is lighter than the watermelon. What do you think? I think the strawberry is lighter than. But boys and girls, there's 2 scales. One of them is an imposter. One of them's trying to trick you. Okay, let's take a look at this first scale. In the first scale, the watermelon is down because it's saying it's heavier and the strawberry's up in the air. But look at this next scale. Here it's saying the strawberry's down on the ground and the watermelon's up in the air. Which one do you think is wrong? The first one on the left, because look, your left makes an L. See how my left hand makes an L? But my right hand that most of us are writing with is over here. Do you think it's the left or the right that is correct? Yes, I think it's the left one. There is no way that that strawberry would be down on the ground. No way. That is the imposter trying to trick us. How dare you, imposter? All right, now let's flippity flop to the backily bop. Let's read these directions on the back together. Read the scale. Mark the answer. Now you read it to me. All right, let's read this one together. Ready? The camera is blank the flash light. Oh, G-H, G-H, it means long eye. G-H, G-H, it means long eye. So the camera is blank the flash light, because we don't say Ligahut, we say light. Okay, let's see what our choices are. The camera is heavier than the flashlight. The camera is as heavy as the flashlight. The camera is lighter than the flashlight. Well, neither one of them are up in the air. Look, they're both the same. So I would say they're equal. The camera is as heavy as the flashlight. They're both as heavy as each other. Maybe you've ever gotten on a seesaw outside on the playground and you were the same exact weight as your friend. Then you guys would look like these two on the seesaw. You would be equal because you're as heavy as each other. Let's take a look at this one. Ooh, pine cones and a flashlight. Let's read this direction, or this sentence. The pine cones are blank the flashlight. Now you read it to me. All right, let's read each sentence with a blank and see, we'll fill in the blank and see which one's correct. The pine cones are heavier than the flashlight. the pine cones are as heavy as the flashlight? Or the pine cones are lighter than the flashlight? Which one do you think it is? Yeah, they're definitely lighter than, because they're up in the air, they're so light. Light as a feather goes up in the air. The flashlight is down on the ground, which means it is heavier. All right, let's slide down to these directions. Circle the correct scale. Mark the answer. Now, would you say pine cones would be on the ground and a camera would be up in the air? Or would you say pine cones should be up in the air and the camera down on the ground? What do you think? Which scale do you think is correct? Now remember, if you say left, this is left because it makes an L. This is my left hand. My right hand is the one that I write with. That would be this one over here. Which one do you think is correct? Yeah, I think pine cones are much lighter than a camera. I agree with you. Let's read what is the correct answer. The pine cones are blank the camera. The pine cones are heavier than the camera, or the pine cones are lighter than the camera? Yeah, I'd say the pine cones are lighter than because they're up in the air. Good. Let's go down to Cecilia. She wants us to review some things, so we can do that for sure. So she's juggling 3 balls, 2, 9, and 11. Now we know that when we add, if we add 2 little numbers, the end number is always the biggest. We know 11's the biggest, so it has to go at the end. 2 plus 9 would be 11. You would never say 11 plus 2 equals 9, right? That would be kookalooks. Now, our big number for subtraction has to go first because you can't say 2 take away 11 is 9. You can't take away from 2. You can't take 11 away because 2 is too little. So 11 has to go first when we subtract. So now all we have to do is switcheroo the remaining numbers. So we're going to do 2 plus 9 equals 11. And then switcheroo. Look, they switcherooed. 2 plus 9 equals 11. 9 plus 2 equals 11. Now let's come over here and switcheroo these. 11 minus 2 equals 9. And let's switcheroo them. Good. Now it's 11 minus 9 equals 2. 9, 2, and 11 can all be switcherooed to make a lot of different facts. Very good completing this. Now, let's go ahead and get your homework done. What do you say? Play the next video and let's do our homework together.